Hello everyone, welcome you all to the Indus Business School. Today we have with us Ms. Shrutee Bhalerao, AVP HR at WNS. Welcome to the institute.
Thank you so much.
Shrutee, you had an interaction with the student. How was the experience?
Oh, it was wonderful. I had the best 1.5 hours for this weekend, I suppose. And it was great interacting with them because it wasn't like a one-sided conversation. It was more like an interaction from both the sides, wherein I and the students were discussing a lot of things related to HR and corporate related aspects. So it was good.
So can you please tell to our social media students, whoever are watching us, that what all skills they should learn in these 2 years so that they can easily be interested in the corporate world?
Well, right now the world is coming out of the pandemic shock that it had. 2 years ago when we went into the pandemic, getting our employees adjusted in the work from home situation, the remote working was one big challenge. And right now what we are facing with is having them back to office and return to work. So having that flexibility for them to come back, work in the workspace, work with each other, because everyone over the last 2 years have got used to working in silos, working in their own space, in their own comfort zone. So one thing that we as a, at a larger level that we need to understand is that's not going to go on for a longer term. Maybe what we need to look at is coming back to office, working in the space together as a team with all the unity that's possible.
You told students regarding campus to corporate.
Right.
Can you please brief us regarding it?
Sure. So this topic that I had today, the interaction with the students was as to how they can prepare themselves well for this transition. They are on the campus getting trained for the corporate world right now. What are those skills that they would want to have, and it's good to have for them to get settled well in the corporate interviews to come, is what we discussed.
What all is the expectations from all these current students who are studying right now to the corporate that they should prepare, apart from academics, if we talk about? So what you will suggest?
I personally feel everything is beyond knowledge and skills that one particular person can possess. The books can give you theoretical knowledge. It can give you some lessons that are going to create your foundation strong. But eventually, how well do you apply it in your daily life, in the corporate, certain life skills, and what values do you take with you when you go to your workspace? How you contribute. What is it that is a unique thing that you get to the table is what makes a lot of difference.
You have a vast experience of more than 13 years. What they can learn from your experience that you would like to give them some tips regarding it?
From my experience, I think what I would say is every person needs to have a very strong emotional intelligence quotient. That is one thing that usually doesn't get discussed too much, or we do not pay too much of attention on it. We speak about marks, we speak about how our scores in our examinations, but emotional intelligence is something that we need both in our professional life, in our personal life. How well do we handle our emotions? Being in HR, how well do you handle other person's emotions? These are a few aspects that are untouched and we need to explore more and be aware of. Self-awareness is extremely important, I would say.
Yeah, true. So now these students will be start giving interviews. So how they should deal with the failures? Being in HR, what you will suggest to them? Because somebody will be rejected, somebody will be accepted. So how they should feel, how they should be adjusted to the rejections? First of all, I would like to know that.
I think it's equally important to get rejected and face failures as similar to our success. It's just not about getting success every time. It's also how well do you handle your failures is what defines you as a person. Because everything is not going to work the way we want at every point in time, in life. So how well do you handle those rejections and those failures? How do you derive lessons out of it? How do you change yourself, work on yourself post those failures and make yourself a little more better each time is what plays a role. The options are only two, either just sulk over the failures or get back strong at it, put in more efforts, work on yourself and get back strong at it.
Thank you so much. It was a lovely interaction. Thank you.